Folks, old Bart Wilson and Sweetie Pie here today. It's Sunday, April the 24th. It's a pretty day in South Georgia. It's good and warm spring. I think it's finally sprung. We're coming at you today because the last video we did a week or two ago, we told you we'd get back with you and let you know what size wood we're going to use for the next project. It's going to start probably somewhere around the 8th of May. I think that's Mother's Day this year. I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. So we may start it on Mother's Day and go with that. But anyway, just to give y'all a rundown, last weekend me and Sweetie Pie went to North Georgia, did a little hiking, and boy did we do some hiking. We got on one trail and we didn't know what we was
getting ourselves
into on that one, and whoo boy, she liked to work old Bart Wilson to death. But we made it. We climbed about 4,000 feet in elevation in about 4 miles time, or actually about 2 miles time, because the trail was only 4.1 miles long. So we climbed a lot in a very short period of time. It wasn't a lot of up and leveling. It was pretty well straight up. But we made it. You know, we was proud of ourselves and all that. But anyway, we'll get to talking carving a little bit. I told you last time, I'd let you know what size wood we're gonna use. And I got some projects here. I did some painting this morning. I'll show you here in just a minute. Kind of what we're shooting for. Now, none of these will be complete copies of what I've carved or anything like that, because everybody knows when you don't use a pattern and you do use a block of wood, then you really don't know what you're gonna get. But anyway, the size wood I have decided to use is gonna be 1.5 inches thick. You see that all right there, Sweetie Pie? She's been coaching me on how to hold stuff, y'all, so I have to make sure I'm keeping the... All right, so...
we don't have to go 3D with it.
1.5 inches
back
thick.
it up just a little bit.
And it's going to be 2 inches wide this way and 4 inches tall. Somewhere thereabouts. Now, let me say this. If you got a piece of wood and it's 2 1/8 or 3/6, whatever, it don't matter. You just got a little bit extra to work with. Sometimes that's a good thing. If it's a little taller or a little shorter, it don't matter. If it's a little thinner or a little thicker, it don't matter. As long as you're somewhere close, okay? Now, those of y'all, I'm gonna give my speech on tools. And a lot of y'all have heard this speech several times, the ones of y'all that follow me on a regular basis and have been through these videos with me. Y'all know my take on tools. Just because I say I use a specific tool, that don't mean you got to run out and go spend $30 on it or what, this, that, and the other. Because I'm pretty well sure you probably got something in your box that's close enough. Okay? You ain't got to go spend a bunch of money just because I use it to do this class. I'm sure you got something close. I don't use a lot of tools. A lot of y'all that's been with me knows that. Very few tools I use. I use probably a total of about 8-10 gouges, and sometimes not all of them all the time. And I use one knife. If it's a bigger piece, I do have a rough out knife that I use just to get a lot of wood off. But like these right here, I can use my Helvy and go right on through it. I'm getting big eyes back there from behind the camera because I got a little tongue tied. But
no.
Anyway, like I said, we're not going to get caught up in tools and all that. If you got something close, go with it. You know what I mean? You ain't got to have a great big huge box of tools. Trust me, I've been doing it for 30-something years. I had the big box of tools. You don't need it. All right? So we're going to start with this. Alright? And what we're shooting for, this is one I started yesterday, out of the same size block of wood, and we're going to shoot for something similar to that. Now, on mine, the two I've done, I got another one down here I'm going to show you in a minute. I've been trying something, and that's turning his head and kind of moving the arms a little bit to give him some movement. Now, we're going to have movement in ours, but I may not do this drastic of a movement in a video. Okay, we'll just have to wait and see what we come up with, because this is a little bit harder to plan out and execute. Okay, and if you're just getting started or haven't been carving very long, you probably need a little bit more practice to doing something a little simpler. Okay, and I'm not saying y'all can't handle it. We'll do more complicated later on. Okay. Because I got to try to do this for everybody. So, all right, so this one right here, this one was 2 1/4 inches wide. Same size block of wood. He was just 2 1/4 inches wide this way. And it just give a little extra for his arms. So, I kind of like this one a little bit better because it's a little bit more compact and a little bit easier, okay? So, that's one I did. He's having a bad hair day. I just painted him this morning. He ain't quite finished yet. But he's having a bad hair month. And either that or he got caught in a wind tunnel. This is I'm called this one my old blues man. He's this is one of the first ones I did and kind of came up with the idea for this video. Like I said, I showed y'all this one the other day. He's a little bit thinner. You know, same thickness, he's just a little bit thinner. But that's what I got out of him. So, and then I got a couple of things down here. Just a couple of little heads, and I'll show you real quick. Now, both of these came out of the same exact pattern. Now, you may see something different. And the difference is when I drew this pattern, I drew it so I can either carve it like that with his ears up here or carve it like this with his ears down here. And all you do is flip the pattern over. You flip it over whichever way you want to carve it. Where you want his ears at, you flip it over. Okay? And just go to carving. If you put his ears down low, you get more forehead. Put his ears up high, you get more under the nose, chin and mouth and all. So that's just a little pattern I drew up just to have something to, I cut these out 4 or 5 at a time, and I keep a few in my box just to have something to practice faces and all with. But anyhow, we just wanted to shoot you a quick video today and let you know what size block of wood we're going to use on this project. Again, 1.5 inches thick, 2 inches wide, and 4 inches tall. And the next video y'all get from us, we'll have started this, laying it out and getting it going, okay? And that's going to probably be somewhere around May the 8th. So anyhow, I got to get off of here because I'm going to do me a little bit of carving here for a few minutes. And then here in about 30-45 minutes, me and Sweetie Pie is going to cook us up a pork chop today and some baked beans and a dinner roll. So, and I think we have them Brussels sprouts too. So anyway, y'all have a good Sunday. Keep your eye out for the next video. Be around the May the 8th, I reckon. And we'll go from there. Y'all have a good Sunday. Have a good week. And we'll see you.